Counting my blessings, steady be steady, I gotta be patient. Remember them days used to be in the basement, innocent place with the mice and the roaches. I had to get up, I had to go get it, conquer the battle, no matter the challenge. I got some shotters and they like to scavenge, so don't play around, you cannot manage. Big bird season, I'm coming to damage, calling the plugs and I'm sending the package. It ain't the most high, really don't matter. I get the bag.
What's going on? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. I'm so excited about today's interview. I haven't seen this young lady in probably, gosh, I want to say 6 years. Yes. It's been a very, very long time. Shout out to Kimburr, checking in. What's good, love?
Hey, Tampa. What's up for y'all? How's everyone doing out there? You know, this is Industry Most Wanted podcast. Shout out to TampaMystic. She has always supported me. She's always showed love. So I'm grateful and really thankful for this opportunity.
Look how beautiful she is, too. She's just glowing. You know, she's got a glow about her.
Let's talk about me. Let's talk about her. She hasn't aged a day. I seen her 6 years ago. She looked the same exact way. That's not often.
I appreciate that. You know, it's all them juices and berries, you know?
Yes, I do know.
Trying to drink lots of water. I'm pescatarian now. I was vegan for many years, but I did incorporate some fish back into my diet just to get the protein, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, girl, it's so good to see you. You've been introduced to motherhood since the last time we talked.
I have two beautiful daughters.
Two beautiful princesses, yes. You know, give us that official introduction.
Okay, what's up, y'all? My name is Kimburr. I'm an independent singing artist. I'm based out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I am Brooklyn born. You all can follow my music and everything on iTunes, Spotify. Just type in Kimburr, Kimburr. And also you can follow me on all social media at It's Kimburr.
Yes, and we have a lot to talk about to catch up today. But before we get into your journey and what you've had going on since the last time we did this, take us back. You're Brooklyn born. Till what age did you live there?
I lived in Brooklyn from the ages 1 to 10.
Okay, what was it like growing up there?
Oh, God. So, New York is a place that is very cutthroat. I'm just going to be honest with you. You have to have a tough skin in order to live in New York. You have to know who you are. So, in elementary school, as crazy as this may sound, I was fighting, real life fighting. And it's this is a day-to-day living. Living in New York is fight. It's every day you get up. You know, there are moments where it's happy and, you live life and it's enjoyable. I'm not going to sit here and say
of course.
You have the fashion, which is always there. Music inspiration, which is always there. And on top of it, the culture, because, my parents are from the Caribbean.
Yes.
So, the culture is there too. But all in all, New York, growing up, made me have the tough skin that I have.
I would imagine so. My business partner's from Brooklyn as well. And, it's so funny. I had a conversation with someone the other day who's from New York. And I asked them, I said, a lot of people have this stigma about people from New York that they're just so fast paced. And sometimes they can be a little cutthroat. And I said, maybe it's the weather, because that cold weather. But I've been up there and I loved it. Of course, everybody goes to, the popular sites and, Times Square and all that. But my experiences going up there was cool, and it's very it's very fast paced though. You catch a cab, boy, I'll tell you what, they get you from point A to point B in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, God.
I'm like, dang.
That was me on the way here, excuse me.
Before you started doing music, did you want to do something else? I know every little girl thinks about being a nurse or a doctor, or a school teacher. What was it for you?
Honestly, it's always been music.
Always been music?
Off of the strength of when I would say about 5-6 years old, I sang Happy Birthday to my aunt. And then she was like, oh, my God, you can actually sing.
Wow.
So when she told me that, I just kind of ran with it. That's all I ever wanted to do. I always told myself, when I grow up, before I leave this earth, I will accomplish all my music goals.
Absolutely. And that's what you have to do, is set those goals and know that you're going to accomplish them. I'm a big believer in throwing stuff out there into the universe because it will come into fruition. You have to see it and speak it. Positive affirmations every single day.
You have to believe it, too. You have to have faith in yourself, knowing that where you say you're going to go, you're going to get there.
Absolutely. Yes, and it helps when you have people around you that support you as well. Your family is very supportive.
Yes, they are.
Your dad, which we're going to talk about, he's been through a lot. and bless his heart, he's so sweet and so supportive. He came with you, before. And but before we get into that, at what point did you really start pursuing music?
I started pursuing music, you can say, professionally when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
So that's when I started doing the open mics and everything.
Yeah.
I dropped my first single. It was called Sex, Money, Drugs. All of that was when I was 17. Like, that's when I was like, okay, we doing this.
Yes.
We're not doing nothing else. We doing this right here. And then I just started, going forward and taking it and just going and going and going. And then I had a minor setback. It wasn't a bad setback because my daughters are beautiful and I love them. And I'm thankful
of course,
for them.
absolutely.
So, they're of age now to where I trust to leave them with family, So
Absolutely.
it's like, I'm like, all right, cool. This is grind time now.
No, absolutely. And as I shared with you, I was the same way. I had my son at 19 years old. I was still a baby myself, kind of, like fresh out of high school. And, he spent the first couple years living with my mom until I could get myself balanced, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? They're in good hands. You're still able to do you. And at some point in time, things are just going to be beautiful.
Nah, for a fact. And I think that's kind of foreshadowed, and people try to push that down. Is like, as a mother, if your kids aren't with you,
Right.
It's like, it's a difference. My kids aren't with me because they're going to school and they're in an environment that's going to grow them, mentally.
Absolutely.
And I know that the love is there. Trust and believe. I don't want to be away from them.
No, I agree.
As a mother, we would not.
And you never have to explain that to nobody. If someone feels that you have to explain that, then don't deal with that person.
For a fact.
They don't understand your journey and where you're at with it. Especially if they're not a mother themselves. They just need to have several seats. Talk to us about your dad. You said that he underwent some surgery. How did that impact everything for you?
Yes. Well, it made me, because on certain levels, like, how any child would be towards their parent.
Yeah.
When we get older, we look at them as our parents. And this is something I learned. You got to also look at them as a human being.
That's right. Absolutely.
And seeing him in that moment reminded me he's a human being.
That's right.
So it's like he could still go through things. He still has past traumas I know nothing about.
That's right.
That has made him who he is today. So, it made me treat our relationship a little different, appreciate a lot more of what he says. You should follow him on TikTok too. Everybody go follow him on TikTok.
I am. I got to get my TikTok games together, but I'm going to make sure I follow him.
Yeah, his name is Fire Rebel, but definitely, like, I'm just more appreciative of the knowledge. He thinks I'm not, but I am. And I take into it.
She's appreciative of it. You were the first thing we conversated about, really, when she got here, after doing a quick catch up.
Yes.
But you're absolutely right. As little girls, our dad is our superhero.
Yes.
Like, that's our real life Superman. That's our first love.
Yeah, that is your first love, a man.
As a man, our dad is our first love. And, to see them go through that and see them somewhat in their weaker moment, it hurts really bad because, like you said, you realize that they're also a human being.
Yeah, I think a lot of younger people that are my age, we forget our parents are human beings.
That's right.
But I feel like this generation is starting to wake up more and more, and we're starting to realize, like, at the end of the day, they had their own trauma.
Right.
And they were young just like us at a point in time, and, they had their own mistakes, and it's like they didn't have certain knowledge and certain wisdom like we have to know how to correct our mistakes from now and break generational curses that you can't even see. That's like really just internal, and it's like to see that and him expressing it to me and showing me and everything is just like I'm more appreciative and just thankful for him. And it's just I'd be like, damn,
yes,
what if I couldn't make this phone call,
Absolutely. And things like that, when it comes to those type of experiences where you could have potentially lost him, it gives you a different outlook on life. Yes. As I shared with you, my mom passed last year, and as hard as it was, and I've even lost my sister. My sister passed away.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, she was only 41. She was young. She had cancer, the devil.
Yes.
But as hard as those times were for me, it also gave me a sense of clarity on life, of knowing that, man, life is so short. Peace of mind is everything. Don't deal with no extra bull.
Yes,
we're not dealing with nothing extra, no pettiness, because we got real life stuff going on. Mm-hmm. How has it made you stronger, though, seeing your dad pull through this?
It showed me that no matter what it is in life, if you have faith, because like the whole entire process, like he just had faith. He had faith everything was going to be fine. He had faith he was going to be strong. He had faith he was going to come out stronger. He had faith that everything was going to be perfect. So faith. That is what I took from this. Faith. If you don't have it, like, you're losing in life.
Absolutely. You know, when I was probably, I don't know, maybe, gosh, I don't even know how. I was like early 30s. I was saved again. And you know, I used to consult with my pastor at church because I was going through a really rough time. I was coming out of a bad relationship, and he really taught me about faith and what it is to lean on God, and God will show you the way, you know, and I'm not trying to get too spiritual, but it's just what it is.
Yes, for a fact.
Absolutely. So you got to keep that faith, most definitely.
Faith.
What made you decide that you really wanted to pursue music as a career?
When I go to sleep at night and I am mad, like, you know, like when you have a dream and it's like a thought of your future, that's all I see.
Yes.
I see, it's not even more so, you know, the artist aspect. It was more so me being on stage.
Yeah.
And just seeing the crowd from first person view in my dreams. And I was like, oh yeah, like this is all I see. Like when I close my eyes right now, like that's all I see. That's like the only thing in my mind besides my daughters that makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, yes, everything we do has to make sense. Of course, your family does. Your career move does. If you had the opportunity to go on one of the shows, like, I don't know, there's so many of them out there, but we'll just throw out American Idol because that's probably one of the biggest ones. Would you not? You would not? She answered that one quick.
When you know the back page, which being an artist, it's like 20% artist, 80% business.
Yes.
Respectfully. Mm-hmm. So when you know the business level, no.
She said, She answered that quick. What are some of the things that you're doing to promote your brand, to promote your music and promote yourself?
Well, I have been doing a lot of new showcases. Like, so I have showcases coming up. So that's one thing I've been doing. I also make sure that I promote. Marketing is a very big tool. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook. So promotion online, I still do my legwork. So I'll still go and, you know, hand out CDs, hand out flyers. With doing that, I also make sure, you know, I do things like this.
Yeah.
Do interviews, music video, always doing like lives. And your fans, like even if it's just 3 people, they matter. Show them that they matter. Show them that they're important to you. Like connectivity with your fans is very, very important. I feel like it's kind of, what would you say? Like it's kind of not,
it's crucial. Basically,
yes.
You know, trust me, I talk to artists about it all the time. I'm like, you engaging with your fans is one of the most important things you can do. For example, if one of your fans comes to your Instagram and likes and comments on your post, interact with them.
Yes.
Comment back. Go like one of their you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Little things like that will keep people a fan of yours because they'll be like, oh my gosh, she replied back to me. That means a lot to people.
She shows me love.
She shows me love.
She reposted my product.
Exactly.
Like,
so you totally get it. You understand. And I'm so glad you mentioned that because these artists need to hear that.
No, it's something that's left out. Like, I feel like promotion is like, it's a no-brainer. Duh. You got to do promotion. You got to do press runs, especially when you're dropping a single, you know?
Yeah.
Also, my video for Patience is dropping on Friday. So
Oh, yeah. Plug that all the way in, please.
No, but also it's just like fans. Like, not to say, oh, my God, I got 3,000 followers on IG. Oh, my God, I got 10,000. Okay. That's nice. But do those 10,000 people keep up with you?
Absolutely not. You know, a lot of them are just there. They just hit that follow button, but it goes no further than that.
Yeah.
And that shows in the numbers, obviously.
Yes.
You know, because we get, you know, if you have 10,000 followers, you might get 50, 60 likes, 100 likes on a photo. So where'd all the rest of those, respectfully, they may not see it, but still, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of them are just there. Just hanging out. They're watching, but they're not engaging.
Ghost followers.
Yeah, a bunch of ghost followers. You know what I'm saying? Coming back after having your baby girls, you know, what's that transition been like from going from being artist to mother to now mother and artist?
Still learning. Still learning. What I have learned, though, through this whole process is just, you know, patience.
Yes, that's
Patience.
a big one. Girl, you got to have them patience with them babies.
That's why I made a song about patience.
That's one of the major things you learn as a mother is patience.
Ooh, patience.
Ooh, honey, yes, trust me.
It makes me deal with the world a little better.
Absolutely. And seeing your dad, what he went through also as well, I'm sure, impacts that as well.
Yes, it does. It makes me view the world on you really never know what somebody's going through. Like,
period. Facts.
You really never know what somebody's going through. And I think that is why I move the way I move, more careful in how I talk to people now.
Yes.
People tend to forget, like, people still have their own lives.
That's
They still have their own story. They still have their own problems.
That's right.
So that fake smile that everybody walks around doing, like, just know it's fake.
Absolutely.
So if you see somebody there walking down the street and you see them upset, you never know if you just turn to them and say, you know what? It'll be okay.
That's right.
You got this.
Absolutely. A simple greeting or something. I'm real big on common courtesy, you know, and a simple good morning could change someone's entire day. They could have woke up and had the worst morning, but you give them a genuine smile and a good morning or a hello, or like you said, just tell them it's going to be okay. Man, that could change their whole outlook. They could have been borderline, like about to go crazy. You give them that breath of fresh air, and now their outlook is different.
I've been through that, where I've been that person where it's just like, just one person came up to me and it was just like, I don't know you, but I see you over here and I can see you kind of sad. And I'm just letting you know, like, it'll be okay.
Man.
And it's just like, when that happens to me, it's just reassurance. Like, you know, we all go through things. We all have our trials and tribulations, but it's just literally like, you know, you got to pick yourself back up.
That's right. We have to be self-motivating. Oh, really?
And people don't know what that means.
No, they don't. You know, they expect everybody else to lift them up, which is cool to have other people do it, but we got to be able to do it for ourselves, especially as a mother.
For a fact.
You know?
As a mother, you do. You do. My daughters, they teach me too.
Of course.
Like, I did not know, like, kids are smarter than us. Like, adults, no offense to us, but we really don't have as much knowledge as we think we do. Like, they teach me so much. Like, and then I let my daughters express themselves. Yes. I feel like as kids, you shouldn't say no just because you're an adult. Respect is a two-way street.
That's right.
Doesn't matter the age. I don't see nowhere where it says, oh, you have to be 17 years old to get respect.
No, you're absolutely right.
So
you have to respect them at a young age so they understand that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. So it's like they've taught me, like, you know, that respect. Like, that's one of the things they've taught me, which is respect. And then another thing they've also taught me is just, like, you know, the mind. Like, I thought my mind was already, like, going all over and, like, you know, very wide on imagination.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what that is, though, in my thought process is because at that age, they're so pure.
Yes. They
haven't experienced the hate in the world. They're very pure at that age. So their level of respect that's what it is. They haven't been out in the world to experience the ugliness that's out there. So it's like we try to protect them as long as we can, you know, and nurture them. That way they grow up with a beautiful spirit and attitude like you.
What was I going to say? They, I feel like I try to keep it as real, even though they're babies.
Yeah.
People be like, oh, they're babies. But I talk to them as if they're adults. Because I feel like at the end of the day, I don't want my child walking around goo gaga.
You know what's so funny that you said that? Me and my boyfriend had this conversation the other day because my son is grown. My son is 28 years old, right? Well, he's about to be 28, but my boyfriend's daughter is only 10, right? Big age gap. But we were having this conversation the other day that we're like, why do adults talk to their kids like that? We don't want them growing up talking like that. So why do they have all that baby talk? Is like, so I love the fact that you said you just keep it real and you talk to them like how you talk to them, because that's how they're supposed to grow up and talk.
Honestly. And I feel like that's what helps them. You know, as I be realizing in life that even simple things like that will change how you are as an adult.
Absolutely.
And it's like I just really sat down and everything, like, they make me analyze life detail for detail. Like, whatever I do, like, if I'm screaming at you all the time, how do I expect you to grow up and talk in an inside voice?
Right.
If I'm screaming at you every day.
Absolutely. Right. Because that's going to wear on them. They're going to think that there's
That's
something wrong
normal.
with them. Yeah, you know, like, why is, her yelling at me all the time, this is how it's supposed to be. They're going to think it's normal. It's not.
It's at all.
You know, man, we could have a whole conversation about motherhood. Like, I get excited talking about that.
I do too. Because I feel like a lot of people, like, they try to curve it to the side, and it's like a lot of generational curses that we have as just characteristics. There are generational curses that are characteristics.
Absolutely correct.
And those things need to be corrected. They need to be fixed. And in order for you to do that, you have to look at yourself, see what you're doing wrong, and then look at your child,
Yes.
see what your child is doing wrong, and be like, okay, at the end of the day, I'm raising you. So if you're doing this, you learned it from me.
Absolutely right. And that's what I was saying earlier. They're so pure at that age. So the hate and stuff gets instilled a lot of times from the people that they're around. Parents. Absolutely. You know, and it's like, wow. So yeah, you guys got to do better. Some of y'all parents got to do better.
You gotta take accountability, man. I know
No,
it's hard.
for real.
I know it's hard, but you can do it. You got this.
No, you all got this. Let's talk about you being a female in the industry. You know, it's tough being a woman in this music business, especially you're an attractive female. So I'm sure that you hear it all, see it all that. For any young ladies that are aspiring to come up because you started this at a young age, what would be a piece of advice that you could offer them?
Have a male around you that you could trust.
Like your dad?
Yeah, I have my dad. So, honestly, because that male is going to do a lot of the male talking. Because respectfully, male, I don't know what they got going on, but that's just, I really don't understand it. I don't understand why it such a power struggle. Like, realistically, I came from you to guide you. So, like, I really don't even understand why you know, but just have someone there to speak for you, because I think it's also, like, the fact that they feel like we're an artist and we shouldn't be conducting the business aspect.
Right, absolutely.
I feel like that plays a role in it too, you know? And then also, they just lack respect.
That's a big part of it. There's a lot, and I think it's just to say it, because we're women. Some of these men out here feel like that they can push us around or talk to us any kind of way because we're a female, and it's like, no, you know, or we're just as powerful as you. Women are running stuff right now. I'm sorry to say, but you know, for you guys that don't know, women are running stuff right now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not gonna say it's all, because shout out to Gambino. Gambino is very professional.
Gambino's my dog, man.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna say it's all men, because it's not all of them.
It's
you know what I'm
certainly
trying to say?
not.
But it's some of them out there. There are like really, they have power trips. No exaggeration.
No,
like,
that's big facts. Absolutely.
like,
I kind of dealt with something like that this morning, but we ain't even gonna talk about that because we're on positive energy, positive vibes. You got a new video that's coming out.
Yes.
On Friday.
Yes.
On YouTube?
Yes.
What's your YouTube channel? Tell them that real quick.
My YouTube channel is Kimburr. Kimburr. If you're looking for me, you literally just type in Kimburr. Don't forget to get you.
Yeah, Kimburr. She's a whole vibe. I remember seeing you and coming out to the events and stuff like that. I can't wait to see you back out. In fact, shout out to my girl DJ Baby Drea. She's been DJing some of my most recent events. We're putting together an all-female showcase.
Girl, you know I'm on there.
Yes.
I mean, they like swimwear.
Oh, it's going to be such a vibe. We're doing it right downtown Atlanta at a dope venue. So I'm going to make sure you get all the details once. We're looking around June is putting it together. So it's going to be a kickoff to a hot girl summer, you know, all female event, you know, putting on for the ladies, you know, definitely.
I got a couple singles.
Yeah.
I got a woman empowerment single coming out.
Oh,
it's called
dope.
Get Them Dollars. That'll be dropping in 3 weeks. I'm just finishing the production and everything on it because it's a sample. So I got to make sure the sample is clear before I drop it. But when I tell you that song is like,
it's a go. It's a go. Listen, she said, I know that's right. Hey, as women, we have to uplift each other. And the best way for you to be able to do it as a musician is through your music.
For a fact.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of songs out here that tear women down or degrade them, etc. You know.
Predominantly the music we listen to.
Yeah, nah, for real. Big facts, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I'm so glad that you're putting music out that's uplifting other young ladies.
For a fact. But to go back to the video, Patience, the single is out right now on all streaming platforms, Spotify, TuneCore, everywhere. So you can download it. It's called Patience. Basically, that song for me was just, you know, my re-entering, you know, after having my babies, you know. It's like, I was like, day by day, I be counting my blessings. Steady be steady, I gotta be patient. Remember them days used to be in the basement. It's like just talking about my struggle, but at the same time, just saying, you know, I got up. I figured it out.
Yes.
And I pushed myself. And it took patience. It really did. But I'm here now.
Man.
And I am the greatest. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes, she is. And I just love what you just said. You said you figured it out. I preach that to a lot of
t-shirts coming out. Figured out t-shirts coming soon.
Oh, please. Because if you ever listen to any of my interviews, I talk about that a lot. Like, stop making excuses and figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Rather than make an excuse why you can't do something, figure out the reasons why you should be doing it.
Why you can.
Why you can. You know, why you should and why you can. And watch how your life turns around. Big facts. What else you got coming up? Do you have anything else in the works?
In the works right now, I have a show in New York on May 1st. I also have, I have a pop-up event. I'm not sure that date, so I don't want to lie about it. I have a couple more performances I'm sealing in right now for next week, Saturday. So, you know, just follow me because I have a lot of stuff coming up for the summer. I just can't really talk about it until they drop the flyers and stuff. So it's like, I'm really just performing. That's really my goal. Like, I love to perform. As an artist, they be like, oh, what's your favorite part? My favorite part is performing. And I don't know why. It's just adrenaline rushing, I guess. And I just love getting on stage and just feeling that energy.
Because you're a vibe. That's why. You're a real deal entertainer.
Thank you.
And that probably is one of your highlight moments, is being on stages and performing for people. What would you say within this business is one of maybe the biggest obstacles that you had to overcome?
With myself or with?
With this music business. I like to share this part because sometimes people have a hard time and they can learn. So you said booking yourself?
Yeah, like getting shows.
Yeah, that is very tough.
Getting shows that'll put you in front of the right people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not random people, like people who can put you in places and also for you to actually grow a fan base. That is one of the most difficult things for me.
It is very tough because it's a fine line between either you're in a spot where it's a bunch of nobodies, okay, cool, or the people who put the big shows together, then they want to bang you in the head and, you know,
take half your money.
Charge $1,500 for you to hit the stage. I'm just like, what? You know?
Who you putting me in front of?
Yeah, exactly.
How many ARs you about to have in here?
Nah, for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to pick your battles with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, you understand you still got to be a performer.
Oh, of course. So I'm going to still get with the program.
Listen, I know that's right.
0 people in the crowd and perform like it's 3,000.
Please believe it.
It's 3,000. What you talking about? I look at when I go through stuff like that, I look at it like, okay, this is me just practicing.
That's exactly what it is. If not for nothing, it's building up your stage presence. It's practice. And there may be a couple people in there that you can network with. Even if it's a small crowd, you might gain a couple new fans. So you just got to utilize it for what it's worth.
Yeah, I make the best out of any
situation. Make the best out of it. So what time is the video dropping on Friday?
It's dropping at 12 p.m.
Okay, so at noon Eastern time.
Yes.
Friday, YouTube.
Yes.
Make sure you guys check it out. Before we get out of here, 3 things we have to do. One, of course, tell them your social media.
Okay, you all can follow me at It's Kimburr. Now, when y'all go, it's a little bit of hours because I started a new IG, but it's cool. Just follow me at It's Kimburr. ITSKIMBURR.
Make sure you guys follow her. Second thing is anybody that you want to show some love and shout out to.
Okay, let me shout out to my sister. She do nails. She did my nails today, if you can see.
Oh, yeah, they look amazing, too. Where is she located?
Nails. She's located in Henry County.
Okay.
So just, Empress Nails.
Yes.
It's spelled how it sounds. Also, shout out to my daddy, of course.
Yes.
I already told y'all about him on TikTok, fire_rebels. And then my brother, Rasta Poppy. He is a top engineer, top producer. I don't care. That's how I feel.
I know that's right.
You could also download all his music and follow him on IG at Rasta Poppy. Shout out to my younger brother, D Bando. He got new music. We're working on him, and we're working together, so we're really excited for him. Young Milo, the whole Rasta Rebels team, and I cannot forget Easy Shiggs. Easy Shiggs. If you don't know, go know, because that right there, that's a firecracker. That is amazing. So definitely go shout out my family. Everybody I just named is family.
That's right. Absolutely. Last but not least, and this is the most important question of the whole conversation we just had. Are you ready? We got Kimburr checking in on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. I got to know, and they have to know, what makes Kimburr the industry's most wanted?
Makes me the most wanted?
Yes.
Me.
I know that's right. She says to period.
It's me. Like, really and truly, it's just, I'm honest. I'm pure. I'm not like the rest of the people in the industry. And that's to say, like, vanity is not my life. Money is not my goal. It's just an object, and they control us with it.
Yes.
Literally, that's it.
Absolutely correct, you know, because it can be gone just like that.
It comes as quick as it comes, as quick as it goes.
No, that's facts. Absolutely correct. So, well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
It was definitely a whole vibe. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Yes, shout out to Industry Most Wanted for even having me here today.
Oh, man.
Shout out to TampaMystic.
It was my pleasure.
She still looks as beautiful as she did the first day that I met her.
And likewise.
Thank you. I'm just happy and thankful for all of this, and I'm thankful for this, and I pray we get to do way more work together.
Oh, me
this
too.
year.
Let's please make that happen. Now that you're back out here, I would love to connect with you a whole lot more.
Of course, we got this. Y'all finna see us.
I know that's right. We up out of here.